We have ignition sequence start. Engines on. 5, 4, 3, 2.
That fortress is our decision making. That's the fortress we build around our choice. Do you ever listen to the people who disagree? I mean, really listen? It's so hard to do. You know they're wrong. I mean, really, come on. Listening to those guys again? Well, as it turned out, and that was why I had you give the reasons on both sides, the other side actually often has really good reasons. And one of the biggest difficulties we have for ourselves as critical thinkers is we make an idiot out of the opposition. We think they're stupid. We think they're bad. Their motives are bad. We think bad things about them, and therefore we feel easily able to disregard what they have to tell us. Then the problem is, how do we avoid those situations where 10 to 20% of the time we are going to dominant structure around a bad idea? 80% of the time you're going to be just fine. Not to worry. Sometimes you're going to get a bad idea and you're going to go forward with it. So there you are. This is my idea and I'm hanging tough. How do we avoid it? I've got some suggestions. Another one that's in short supply from our research in America in general is truth-seeking. It's a habit of mind. It's the habit of being courageous when we ask tough questions. It's a habit of realizing that we can go after the best possible understanding. We don't have to settle for a second best understanding. It's a habit of demanding reasons and demanding evidence and not simply opinions. Now, I want to point out that 3 gentlemen are going to now have spoken in a row, and the next person to speak probably is going to have to be a female.
I'll pick that one over there.
And the best way to get a volunteer is to pick someone wearing my favorite color, which changes from day to day. Sir, thank you very much for volunteering.
It's in the closet.
It's in the closet. His name is Joseph? Joseph. Pete, nice to meet you. Did I tell you my favorite color? It's red. And look, a person wearing red. You know, it would be just way too easy for you to call on Joe. So call on Joe, would you?
Joe?
Oh, thank you.
Session if you want to see me later.
Niagara Falls, not far from here. Beautiful place. The Grand Canyon, beautiful place. I urge you to go to both those places. They're fabulous. Do you know that at both those places there's a little fence, but it wouldn't keep anybody out. It would be easy to walk over it. Or a little bit of stone or a pipe that you could easily climb over. And wouldn't you think that most people would realize that that's there for some reason? Maybe it's not a great idea to walk to the edge of the canyon. You'd think people would understand that. But no. 250 cases of people foolishly going past the barriers in the Grand Canyon alone last year. Matter of fact, this year we heard about some people dying at the Grand Canyon. We heard about some people dying by Niagara Falls. We heard about some people dying up at Yosemite Park. Just ignoring the warning signs. Lack of common sense, lack of critical thinking. A better democracy. I think we all want this. Wouldn't it be great if we were able to engage our political differences constructively and reflectively, instead of turning every political issue into some version of big-time wrestling? Wouldn't it be great if we actually listened to each other and acknowledged that the other people might have a real point of view that I ought to take seriously? A little critical thinking wouldn't hurt our democracy one bit. This is to remind us about why we favor this country. Thomas Jefferson Fix reason firmly in her seat. Call to the tribunal every fact, every opinion. Question with boldness.